right, we're going to talk about factoring special cases. I have two previous factoring videos to this one, so if you have not seen those, strongly recommend watching both of those first before you get to this. So factoring special cases, there's going to be some interesting things that happen in the problems on this video. So we're still looking at factoring. So I have x squared minus 36. Now in previous videos, we have usually three terms. We'll have like x squared, like minus 6x minus 16. And there's usually three terms. Well, in this one, there's only two. There's only that first term and the back term. So a lot of people are like, what do I do? For this first one, let's kind of write it out. That middle term's missing, but if you write it in, it might give you a clue on how to do these problems. So there's supposed to be an x term there, but it's not 1x. It's not any number x. It's the way to make it not show is it's really 0x there. But in math, we never write 0x because 0 times x is 0, and why would you write plus 0 there? That's silly. So this term's not typically shown, but the ideas of factoring still apply. Meaning we're looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 36, but add to 0. So as always, let's make our list of numbers that multiply to 36. So that's like 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 times 12 will get you 36, 4 and 9, and 6 and 6. So I got to figure out which of those two numbers can I multiply together to get negative 36, but when I add them together, I get 0. So two numbers I can multiply to 36 but add to 0 would be, and here's where the special case comes in, is 6 and 6. 6 times 6, I'll use that to get 36. If you subtract or add negative, positive and negative 6, you're going to get 0. So if I want to multiply 6 and 6 to get negative 36, I'm going to need 1 to be a positive 6 and 1 to be a negative 6. Because positive 6 times negative 6 is negative 36. 6 minus 6 is 0. So as always, before I box this up, let's make sure it works. X plus 6 and x minus 6. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 6 is negative 6x. 6 times x is 6x. 6 times negative 6 is negative 36. Combine like terms there. Negative 6 plus 6 is 0. So I have x squared minus 36. Hey, that's what I wanted to get. So I can box up x plus 6, x minus 6. Another example there, x squared minus 64. I'm not going to write the 0 term in, but I recognize it's not there because that middle term is 0. So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 64, but add to 0. So numbers that multiply to 64 is 1 and 64, 2 and 32, 3 times anything, no, 4 and 16, 8 and 8. So I need to figure out which pair can I use there to multiply to negative 64, but add to 0. And you're going to see why these are special case problems. Up here, see it's positive and negative at the same number. Same thing here. I could use negative 8 and positive 8. Negative 8 times positive 8 is negative 64. When you add them together, you will get 0. So, as always, in case I make a mistake somewhere, even though I'm really confident that I'm doing this right, always multiply it out. Check to make sure it works. That way on a test quiz or anything, you're going to have this right. So x times x is x squared. X times 8 is 8x. Negative 8 times x is negative 8x. Negative 8 times 8 is negative 64. Combine like terms there, 8x and negative 8x is 0, so I have x squared minus 64. Hey, that's exactly what I want to get, so I can box that up. One more special case I want to show you that I'm done here. So a little bit different presentation here. X squared plus 10x plus 25. Looking for two numbers that multiply to 25 and add to 10. So let's list out all the pairs that multiply to 25. That's 1 and 25. 2 times, no. 3, no. 4, no. 5 times 5. So I need two numbers that multiply to 25 and add to 10. So positive 5 times positive 5 does get me 25. Positive 5 and positive 5 does add to 10 there. I'm going to check it really quick. X plus 5 times x plus 5. So multiply the x's, I get x squared. X times 5 is 5x. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 5 is 25. Combine like terms there, you get x squared, 5x and 5x is 10x plus 25. This matches up with the original, so this is my answer. So you can write x plus 5 times x plus 5, but a cool thing you can do here is anytime you have the same thing multiplied together, like x times x, you know how we write that as x squared? Same thing here. I have the exact same parentheses. So what you can write here, and this is why it's a special case problem, is x plus 5 squared. These are the exact same thing. So either or could be your answer. This is a little bit more mathematically correct, even though I wouldn't say this is wrong. But x plus 5 squared because it's the exact same thing. And that was special cases of factoring.